Alright, what's up, people? Alright. This is another one of the requests I had. Somebody wanted to hear my view on the legalization of marijuana. Now that I'm clean and sober from the drug marijuana, I think I feel free to go ahead and speak on this. First and foremost, it ain't nobody's business what you do in your free time or what you spend your money on. Yeah, they got bad drugs out there. Man-made drugs. Synthetic shit that they done made these days, and they clogging it up with all this bullshit. But when you take a plant that grows out of the ground, cut it at the stalk, turn it upside down and dry it for amount of time, and then you partake of it, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I do the same thing with basil and parsley and onions and potatoes and shit, all kind of other shit. But they say it's illegal. Why is it illegal? I don't know. Let's see, the first people to do it was in 1937. They had a tax on it. First person to get arrested for it was some Mexican out in Denver because he didn't pay his tax on it. But then it comes around and you read down a little further on some of these reports and everything, and I read a bunch of them, and a lot of them all come back to the same thing. There was a guy named Andrew Mellon and Rudolph Hearst. These people own the DuPont family. Now, DuPont makes plastics and nylons and all kind of other bullshit. Well, hemp was used for the same things. They made rope and all kind of other shit with it, and newspaper and all kind of other stuff with the hemp. Well, if you're going to be in the business like the DuPont brothers was going to be in the DuPont family, they needed to get rid of the hemp. Hemp was, you could make it so much easier, and it wasn't as caustic or whatever you want to call it, or as toxic as making plastics and stuff. The shit was biodegradable. It went away after a while, and it was some good shit. You go down a little further, there's another guy on here that was pissed off. He owned a tree company. Well, you make paper out of hemp. You smash it up, you can make nice newspapers. Well, this guy owned a bunch of trees, and he wanted to get his lumber and making newspapers. All of this happened at the same time that it was illegal, 1937. So that's pretty much why it's illegal. Now, my view on why it shouldn't be legalized is, my view on it is I'm not a big God-fearing man, and I don't believe everything that I see in the Bible, but there's a couple things that I touch on, especially when it comes to Genesis, when they come to the creation of this place. I always go back to the same 3 verses. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. You got Genesis 11, Genesis 12, Genesis 13. I'm going to go ahead and read these 3 for you real quick. Sorry for the Bible verses, but I think that this needs to be said. Just so all the people out there who think that it shouldn't be legalized for one way or another, or because God thinks it's bad. No, God don't think it's bad. Society deemed it bad, and they couldn't make no real money off of it, so because everybody else could do it. The main reason why it was made illegal too is because they needed a way to mess with the immigrants. They seen Mexicans were smoking a lot of weed, and they also said that black people, a lot of the slaves were smoking weed. Well, they were the ones growing the hemp. They didn't need the hemp. They took the herbs, whatever was left, the flower of the plant. So they took what was left and seen that, hey man, this has got a pretty good little side effect. I mean, goddamn it, you're a slave in the goddamn field all day, getting slapped by goddamn bullwhups and shit. I'd smoke a joint too at the end of the goddamn day, making me feel better. But anyway, let me go on. Genesis 1:11. Then God said, let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the lands bear fruit with seeds in it, according to their various kinds. And it was so. Alright? Then it goes on to Genesis 1:12, right after that. And it says, the earth brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seeds after their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seeds in them after their kind. And God saw that it was good. Right? That's Genesis 11 and 12. Now 13 is the one that gets me. There was evening and there was morning on the third day. right? So then it goes on to say a bunch of other shit about what he made and this and this. But he made this before he made day and night. He decided, I need to get this on the planet. I don't care what it is. Apples, oranges, bananas, daisies, oak trees, sequoias. He put all of that shit down here. And the weed, marijuana, he put it down here. And then he made day and night. Everybody says that the sun is what we revolve around. Well, not to God. Apparently, he decided we needed that shit first. Let me get off my guard rant. But I just wanted y'all to hear that. Because it is there. You can go look it up yourself. Genesis 1:11, Genesis 1:12, and Genesis 1:13.